Colonel Siege, let's get some reinforcements to the battlefield. It's time for action. In this video, let's look at Valaverse Action Force reveals from Bobby Vala in JoeFest or Valacon, Operation Monster Force at JoeFest as well, and more on TAKTAK Toys With Film. So let's talk about it all. So Valacon, aka JoeFest, occurred on the 9th of June to the 11th of June 2023, and Bobby Vala had a presentation of upcoming waves of his excellent Valaverse Action Force line. If you're unsure what Valaverse is, it's a 6-inch scale, real-world style military action figure line, one of Bobby Vala's own design. It's set in the near future where the United States has disbanded into a nation of states, and Action Force has to defend the freedom and rights of the former nation of the United States of America against those who would try and grasp power for their own means. So first off in the presentation, Bobby talked about the recent exclusives, which were Covert Ops Condor, available on Valaverse.com with mail away Action Force points, and the Warpath Eclipse, which is a JoeFest exclusive figure. And then we got into Series 3, or Series 3.1, and it's a continuation of Series 3, and it includes Gemini and a female Desert and Republican Guard troopers and various female gear packs. If you want to check out more info on these releases and the Warpath Eclipse, check out a link to my video below which has sort of more information on all these figures. And Bobby mentioned that Series 5, which should come to the US in spring 2024, will feature all new characters which have been sort of shown off at Valaverse, and the first of these, or some of these, were Buddha. So he was shown in a geared up mode, and he obviously had a great sort of samurai influence. That's what was on the show there. He has a great samurai influence. They showed off Colonel Siege with new facial hair added, and the Crimson Technologies Praetorian. And again, feel free to check out my video on these from Valaverse, and the link for that video will be in the comments below. So Bobby basically initially explained this was meant to be Series 4, but had been pushed to Series 5. So Atlas and Sidewinder will also be in this wave, but we have yet to see them. And then from talking about Series 5, Bobby moved on to talking about the vehicle, of course, the Vanguard, which everyone was sort of, quite interested to learn more about. So the Vanguard can fit 10 figures. It does come with a driver figure itself, comes with gas cans, weapon systems, and a muzzle flash, all as a base offering. And it's got plenty of sort of swappable parts options. Now, the most interesting thing was the price, and it's great value for money, around $175 to $190, somewhere in that base kind of package. Bobby's just working out the sort of last tweaks to the vehicle, but people were really surprised, expecting it to be around the $200 mark, and it's obviously even cheaper than that. And moving on from the Vanguard, the vehicle, Bobby went on to talk about exclusives, and in this case in particular, the PowerCon exclusive, which is a Horde Swarm Trooper. And it looks excellent. It's sort of red, grey and black colours, very Hordak reminiscent, that kind of colour scheme. Will fit great in a Masters of the Universe collection from Mattel, but obviously in your Action Force collection as well. So yeah, one I'm certainly looking forward to. It will be available at PowerCon, but also available sort of on the website, and may or may not be in limited quantities. It's not been worked out yet, but definitely that was one of my particular sort of favourites. And then we went into Series 4. And this has got a release date of October 2023 in the US, so in the UK here, presumably at some point towards the end of the year. And winter is coming. Bobby unveiled the Arctic Steel Brigade figure. Now, Bobby has said he's not a fan of Arctic-themed characters himself, but the fans have been demanding it, so he went all in. And the Arctic Steel Brigade Trooper is a big Bad Toy Store exclusive, but shipping is available to the UK from BBTS, so that's always one you can pick up. Next up we had the Arctic Trooper, who's based on what the military is wearing in colder conditions, and this figure comes with 3 heads with a goggled version and of course an Arctic gear pack, an Arctic weapons kit known as Hotel, and an Arctic sniper gear set including a Snow White Gully suit. 7 dwarves, nowhere in sight though. So what do you think of these reveals so far? What are you most excited for? Do let me know in the comments below. And then we moved from the Arctic to the Desert, and in particular Desert Condor was one of the first figures to be shown off. Now Desert Condor is basically Condor in his pre-Action Force days. So before Action Force was formed, he served with Desert Rat. Here's a representation of him. He is in one of my videos previously talking about Valaverse, so link for that will be in the description below. And there was a Desert Steel Brigade, so you can build up an sort of a little unit with Desert Rat, Desert Steel Brigade and Desert Condor. Moving on from that, we're talking about reissues, and in particular the Urban Commando, which comes with a gas mask added to his kit. And in this case, unlike before, unlike where you had previous figure builders, troop builders that came with separate gear packs, this figure is coming with the gear pack all in one and the gas mask all included together. And then talking of gas masks, Bobby Vala was showing us a pack of heads he was going to give us, or that's upcoming, on existing characters such as the Delta Trooper, Special Ops Trooper, Riot Trooper, but with sort of masked heads, or the heads with the sort of visors, and also gas masked versions. So there we go. And then moving on from that, we've got to look at a glow-in-the-dark Swarm Trooper. So this came from Bobby's sort of love of 90s toys that would glow in the dark. X-Manny87 did an interview with Bobby, and that's where he mentioned that he'd sort of, used the glow-in-the-dark toys from the 90s as inspiration. And I'll put a link for X-Manny87's interview with Bobby Vala in the comments below. And then we got to see Blowback, or in particular a new version of Blowback in his Camo Deluxe Sniper set. Now it comes with a swappable mast head, so that, like all Action Force characters do, so you can make a generic sniper if you feel so. Then Bobby talked about how he's dropping prices to give thanks to the customer, and a blister card, and then it was over to a Q&A session. Okay, and as we remind ourselves of some images of the upcoming Wave Series 5 with Colonel Siege, Buddha, the Crimson Technology Shadow Trooper Praetorian, the Vanguard, and all here on the showroom at JoeFest. Here we go. Here's some images, the Horde Trooper, one of my favourites. We've got to look at a new IP that Bobby will be sort of making action figures for. It's essentially Power Rangers related. It's a movie coming out in 2023 with Jason David Frank, who's the actor who played the Green and White Ranger and worked on the Bat in the Sun production. It's called Legend of the White Dragon. Valiverse making action figures for it, starting off with a 2-pack, the hero and the villain from that franchise. And if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button, leave any comments you feel like down below you want to let me know about, and feel free to subscribe. So yeah, have you got any Action Force figures in your collection, Valaverse Action Force figures? Are you thinking of picking any up? Are you a Power Rangers fan? You might be interested in Legend of the White Dragon action figures. Let me know in the comments below. But of course, that's not all that was available for our viewing pleasure at JoeFest, aka Valacon. And credit to Surveillance Port, his Instagram, who was, I guess, at the event and posted pics. And we've got some prototypes of Wave 2 of Operation Monster Force. Now, Operation Monster Force is a 6-inch line of Big Bad Toy Store exclusive horror military themed characters. Essentially things that go bump in the night. Meet G.I. Joe. And the storyline is essentially the military come across sort of a wizard, an Egyptian wizard. They can't handle their troops, get turned into monsters when they try and attack them. So they enlist Declan Van Helsing from the Van Helsing family to use whatever means possible to stop the Forgotten King, who's the villain, the ancient Egyptian wizard, and who's in the modern age. And Declan Van Helsing enlists Dracula to assist him against the Forgotten King because he believes it will take a monster to stop a monster. And Wave 2 includes some badass zombie soldiers and a Sasquatch with a minigun, so lots of fun to be had with this line. And there also seemed to be a line of action figures called Spark, which were in amongst the Operation Monster Force figures. There seemed to be a Taskmaster looking character, so like Marvel's Taskmaster, a character looking like that, and a futuristic guy with a skull for a head, and also an astronaut with a sort of skull for a head as well. So there's not much information on this line. I hope it does sort of, come out, that these aren't just prototypes, and it does come out. Not so much military, more sci-fi based, but very interesting and something to keep an eye out on in the future. And if you're enjoying all this talk about Action Force, Valaverse Action Force at JoeFest or Valacon, you can check out my Action Force Duster Steel Brigade unit video. And the link for that video will be in the comments below. And here's an image of them both getting my Duster Steel Brigade getting ready for battle. And let's move into some more general movie-based action figure news. And Marvel Legends recently unveiled their Marvels. Marvel Legends Wave. Here's Captain Marvel, as you can see here. And then a few other figures from the Wave, movie-based figure, MCU-based figures from the Wave. Amadeus Cho is the Bath, the Builder figure. The comic-based figures in this wave do look a bit more interesting than the MCU ones, but it's a mix of movie and comic figures, which always divides collectors. So, I'm not sure what people will be picking up. There's quite a few different ones to choose from. Well, moving from Marvel Legends here, we move into Ninja Scroll with the Whoosh. And we got a chance to see prototype images of Jubei with interchangeable parts. We got a better look at the SH Figure Arts Indiana Jones figure, and here he is with a few different face options and a cheeky grin. McFarlane is giving us some Dark Knight Heath Ledger Joker figures, including Bank Robber Joker. And it might be necessary or unnecessary, whatever your opinion is, but here's Sonar Batman Senses Joker. So there we go, something for everyone. And on the subject of the Dark Knight, Modder King are giving us a 1/12 scale Dark Knight Batman and Bat Signal. And here's some images in grayscale. Now please note, this will be 6-inch, whereas the McFarlane Joker figures will be 7-inch. So if you wanted to mix those two lines, the Joker figures are going to look bigger than this Dark Knight sort of model kit and Bat Signal. Here's a look at the Transformers Rise of the Beasts 3-0 Optimus Primal. Now, I'm not really normally a Transformer guy, as I'm a 1/12 scale collector, but Optimus Primal here could fit in with your 6-inch figure collection, and doesn't he look glorious? And moving from Transformers, we move to McFarlane again with Blue Beetle. And here's some images of the Blue Beetle figures based on the Blue Beetle movie. So obviously we have Blue Beetle and the main villain. So no doubt these will be out sort of around the time of the movie, or maybe even before. But yeah, let me know what you think of these figures. And you probably need great places to pre-order and purchase a lot of these figures that have been shown. So let's talk about that. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, let's do that. So for great places to pre-order Action Force or purchase Action Force, you can check out Valaverse.com with international shipping. If you're based in the UK, like myself, you can also check out Props and Replicas, who should soon be stocking Valaverse Action Force. You can check out Comics and Cocktails. You can also check out Star Action Figures. You can check out Kapow Toys. Why not check out Gobsmack Comics? And you can check out all the cool stuff. And you can check out the whole shebang. And also, why not check out In Demand Toys, and links for all these great UK independent online retailers, and of course the excellent Valiverse, will be in the comments below. Well, I hope you're enjoying the video, and if you want somewhere to check out all the latest film and TV reviews, check out Film and TV Review and their YouTube channel, and the links for that will be in the comments below. And you can also check out some of my custom G.I. Joe classified figures, in particular Z-Force Commander Skipper, as shown here. You can check out a review, not a custom, on my Hulk Hogan WWE Elite SummerSlam figure. You can check out my G.I. Joe Classified Custom Espionage Vipers. You can check out my Z-Force Officer Toph and Bunker Buster Blaine Mac. And you can check out my video on Super 7 Ultimates Bat. And you can check out my G.I. Joe Custom Classified 007. And links for all those will be in the comments below. And for great places to talk about Marvel Legends reviews, news and live streams with co-host Rich M, check out Dan Who Reviews. For action figure reviews in the UK, you can check out Jay's Toy Collection UK. For action figure reviews in Ireland, you can check out Brian's Action Figure Reviews. For action figure reviews and toy hunts stateside in the California area, you can check out Miguel and the Wolfpack Toy Review. For toy photography tips, tricks and much more, you can check out Toy Pics. For action figure chat and pop culture discussion, you can check out Dante and the Infinity Equation. For all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions and more, you can check out Trevor the 1/6 Shooter. You can check out Austin, the Hero of Collectors, and you can check out the 3POA podcast, which Bobby Vala is a member of, for action figure chat and pop culture discussion. And you can also check out Cypher Sigma YouTube channel. And links for all of those will be in the comments below. And for pop culture covers, you can check out Elson Official Music, and link for that will be in the comments below. So yeah, many thanks for watching my video. As always, you make these videos possible. Here's a picture of that IP again, Legend of the White Dragon by Valaverse, and just some favourites that I picked out, like the glow in the dark Scarab Trooper, the sniper version of blowback. I'll be sort of displaying mine with the generic sniper head, the snow trooper, and the horde trooper. These were some of my favourites from Valacon, aka JoeFest. But as I say, many thanks for watching. Your support makes these videos possible, and just make sure that until next time, you enjoy those flicks and figs.